What does the perfect influencer for your brand look like? This is Brett Owens with Afluencer. Today, we're going to talk about the 10 characteristics of the perfect influencer to represent your brand. The first characteristic of the perfect influencer to represent your brand, no surprise, is honesty. Okay, if we're going to work with someone, we need them to be honest. We likewise are being open and honest with them so that we can have a successful collaboration. Now, how can we tell if somebody's honest? Well, the first tip off is to make sure that they're being honest with themselves. And that's why we want to verify their accounts. We ask them to connect their socials with Afluencer so we can verify who they are. Honesty, right? We want to see their engagement on their posts. What are we looking for there? Well, we want to make sure these are real followers. Honesty, right? We want to make sure that their followers are from the location where this person is from, because that's sort of the natural way of things, right? If I'm looking for people in the US and I've got an influencer in the US, I don't want to see the followers from India. I don't want to see them from the UK. I don't want to see them from South Africa. I don't want to see them from Australia. Nothing against those countries. When we're looking for an influencer from a specific location, I want them to have followers from that same location. That's the natural order of the world, right? People follow those of their own. So that goes back to the honesty thing, right? Is this influencer honestly representing themselves? Are they being honest with themselves in terms of who they say they are in terms of their online profile? Characteristic number 2, shared values. I am looking for someone who's very well aligned, laser focused on the interest. Okay, so we're looking at our ideal customer. We think of our influencers almost as having an online channel or their own TV channel. We want their viewers to be very well aligned with ours. So that's a shared interest and the shared values, right? We want to be successful together. So I want influencers who are going to take the promotion of my product seriously, because I in turn take their content creation process seriously, and I would like to have a long-term relationship with them. What lets us do that? Well, that starts with the influencer taking our very first collab seriously, having these shared values, and promoting our product so that we can be mutually successful. Characteristic number 3, and I alluded to this with the honesty one, is engagement. This is something that you can check on the Afluencer platform to see the engagement rate of an influencer. This is generally defined as the number of likes and comments on a given post divided by the total number of followers. The engagement rate is going to be a measure of how active the followers are on an influencer's average post or average reel. So this is a great proxy for the level of activity on these posts and the best predictor of future sales that we have available to us. So the engagement rate is very important. Characteristic number 4 is demographics. So as I mentioned with location, if I'm shipping to the US, if I can only ship to the US, then I only want followers who are in the US. The followers from other countries are not valuable to me. They actually are not at all valuable because I can't ship them product. Well, I'd love to get them product someday, sure, but I can't do it today. I'm looking for US-based influencers, or maybe I'm only shipping to Canada. I'm looking for Canadian influencers. This is where the demographics come into play. And this is another place in the Afluencer platform where we're able to show you not only followers by location, but we can also break it down by gender in terms of male, female, other. We can look at our average age group. So you know what your ideal target customer's profile is from a demographic standpoint. We want to match the influencer's followers up and have that ideal matching. So characteristic number 4 is going to be demographics. Number 5, content quality. Very important. Content quality is going to be reflected in the engagement rate. This is really what drives that engagement rate. But you want to take a look at the recent posts, and that's another reason why we just display these on each influencer's profile. So you can see their recent posts, you can see the engagement rate on each one, and see the time, the care, the attention that they're putting into it. By the way, we want these to be mostly content or organic focus. We don't want everything to be a brand promotion, right? We're not looking to run our ad amidst a set of commercials. We want this to be real content that the influencer is producing, whereby when our product is mentioned, when our company is mentioned, it's almost like an Back to our TV analogy, it's almost like an in-product placement, right? So we've got it within that natural flow of things, not within a stream of ads, if you will. We also want this content to be authentic, and that's gonna be characteristic number 6. It's all the influencers, they're coming up with this. Their followers are following them, they're subscribing to their channels because they want what is in the creator's head, right? They want that authentic content coming out. They don't want somebody parroting other content, somebody taking stuff and posting it on their channel. Sure, that can work from a content creation standpoint, but creating content these days, kind of a dime a dozen, and then you see that with the AI tools, you can tell if something was written by a robot. We want stuff that's created by human beings. So that's where authentic content comes in terms of number 6. Number 7, characteristic, and this is the important one, is gonna be reliability. So when I say, hey, I'm gonna ship you this product, I'd like the post within a week, I want that post within a week. This is why we tend to test people out in terms of one initial collab, see how we work together, see how reliable that they are. And if it works out, then we can continue to work together, maybe on every other month type basis. If the person proves not to be reliable, then we're not gonna work with them again, unfortunately, okay? So that's where we're looking for that dependable person where they can do these posts, they can create these contents. They're an extension of our team. We don't have to worry about them, right? We don't wanna micromanage someone. That's why we're giving them the content creation, because we want them to do it. It's a big responsibility. We want this person to be reliable. We also want them to be, and this is characteristic number 8, is transparent. Be honest with us. Hey, here's what I'm posting. Hey, here's what I'm thinking, right? Hey, I'm gonna be on vacation. I'm not gonna get this post up in time. Generally, everything is fine. Just let me know, right? I just wanna know, hey, okay, it's gonna take me an extra couple weeks. Life happens, stuff steps in. It's summer, it's fall, whatever. The kids are off from school, the kids are home sick. Stuff happens, just be transparent and let me know. So that's number 8, right? We just wanna know. Number 9, and this is another thing that our influencers are able to do easily through our influencer platform, and that is to be responsive. While you're being transparent, hey, if I've got something for you, I appreciate a quick reply, and same on the other end, right? I'm gonna likewise be responsive. So you're generally gonna hear back from me. It's me staying business day on weekends. It's me. I will try to get back to you on weekends also. But if not, we're not waiting more than one business day, right? So that's what we want from our influencers. On the influencer platform, we actually rank the responsiveness in terms of how often a person replies within 24 hours. So that's a nice metric to know how responsive a person is. And then last but not least, characteristic number 10 is somebody who's driven. We want somebody to be motivated, someone who wants to sell, right? That's what we're generally looking for. We want product sales. Yes, the content creation is nice. Yes, the branding is nice. Yes, the buzz, if you will, extra shares, all of this stuff is great, but we want to sell, and we want a partner who is motivated to help us sell, because if we are able to sell, then we get an ROI. And with that return on investment, we're able to work again and again with that influencer. So we're looking for an influencer who is really driven and driven by the business goals. That's what we want here. Yes, we want everything to look nice, but at the end of the day, we're trying to sell product. That's why we're out here. That's why we're all out here looking at these marketing channels. That's why we've settled into influencer marketing, because we want to sell, and we want an influencer who is driven to sell. Now I'm going to turn the conversation over to you. I spouted out my top 10 characteristics for that perfect influencer partner. Did I miss anything? Let me know in the comments below. If you've got an extra one to add, I'd love to hear from you.